What's up, everyone? The flip is on, or is it? No, it's back on. No, it's not. Wait, it's back on again. I forgot to tell you, it's off again. Plus, the hate for Hisam in the house grows stronger and stronger. We've really got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Now, right before we get started, folks, if you are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean a hell of a lot to me. We're nearly at 21,000 subscribers, just hanging over the edge of it, so I would appreciate if y'all could hit the subscribe button there. And also, hit the like button. I've explained before, the YouTube algorithm is a scary-ass Bermuda Triangle, and every single like I can get helps me out so much. So please subscribe, hit the like button, and also hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every single time a brand new upload goes live. Okay, gang, let's jump into this update on a very, very warm day. I've just been sat by the fan and I've had to turn it off to record this, so I may get overheated. I'll just take pauses between each take and fan myself down. That didn't sound weird at all, but anyway, let's jump right into the update. So, we thought there was going to be a flip. Prepare... Oh, I'm getting hot already, folks. I'm getting ready for an unflip. Because it seems like the house pushed a flip, and now it's like, I don't know about that. Let's change it around, and we're going to break all that down and talk about it. There was already, even when the flip happened, when Cirie and Izzy were pushing it the most, Corey and Jared weren't really on board with it. They were talking about how, I mean, even last night, Corey said, you know, this is effing stupid, and Jared agreed, you know. I think we talked about as well how Mimi in the storage room, she was, you know, breaking it all down, and she was touching the table and going, duh, and like breaking all the, like, as if she was playing chess with everybody in the house, and she's going, this does this, this does this. The math isn't mathing, and it was hilarious. And she's right, it didn't make sense, you know. For Cirie's side to keep Riley, it doesn't really make sense, right? I get it's like, I get it's launching an attack against Hisam and saying, you know, we're not going to do what you want us to do. Having said that, if they keep Riley, they're keeping somebody who has people who are rallying behind Riley. Rallying behind Riley, let's make that on a t-shirt. If you keep Cameron, nobody's going to go to bat for Cameron. So it makes more logical sense to get rid of Cameron. So anyways, if there was a blindside on that part, then Cameron would be blindsided. But now, because Riley has been told all week that she's got the votes to stay, and now the vote's flipping back, it's looking like Riley could be blindsided. So either way, I think we're probably in for a blindside this week. God, I love Big Brother. This is great times. Yeah, so we got to break it down about how the unflip has happened, because all of a sudden it was like the flip is on. No, it's not. This is exciting. This is Big Brother. This is expect the unexpected. Let's break it down. Okay, so Cirie and Izzy start to discuss maybe this flip isn't the greatest idea. You know, I mean, we can break it down into pros and cons right now. Like we've talked about all week, if Riley is the target, that which is Hisam's target as the HOH, that would probably make more sense because Riley's got more people behind her. That's what she said. Taking Cameron out at this point doesn't really make sense. Even though he's kind of a douche, it doesn't really make sense to take him out of the game because he is disliked, which means he will always be a target beyond other people, whereas Riley is more liked and she has more people behind her. And but the thing is, now that they've flipped one way and now they're flipping back, when this news inevitably gets out to other people who weren't involved in on the flip, that is going to annoy many people who weren't in the know. They're going to be annoyed with Cirie, they're going to be annoyed with Izzy. So I guess it could be argued that it's just as bad to go back on this. The idea of coming up with a flip in the first place is what has criminalised Izzy and Cirie at this point. So either you do it with conviction or you don't do it. But either way, it's going to leak eventually. So you got to ask yourself now at this point, what do you think is the best move to do? Because you're going to get backlash from it anyway. And it's kind of disappointing because it's sad to see Cirie not making great moves, to be honest. You know, she's this master at Survivor, but the topic of conversation over the past few days is definitely being brought up, you know. Survivor is such a quick game. You know, it's every 3 days someone goes bam, 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 alliance, 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 bam, new alliance, bam, bam, bam. Big Brother is the slow game. It's the crock pot. No, not thinking about that man from last year. It's the crock pot. It's a slow cooker. It's a slow burner, and you've got to pace yourself, because if you come out the gates going bam, 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 which Cirie did do, and it's succeeded for some time, it all of a sudden comes to bite you back. Not saying she can't salvage it from this point, because I think she can. She just needs to slow it down. And Jared's acknowledged it. Her own son's acknowledged it and said, I think the comparison was made as something like, it's like LeBron playing football. It's, while they're both sports, it's a completely different game, very similar to the both strategic social competitions, but again, very different games at very different paces and different strategies that you've got to play. I would argue that if you put Dr. Will on Survivor, he might not do great. If you put Boston Rob on Big Brother, he might not do great, but who knows? Some people are just, I guess, adept at both, and I guess we'll have to see if Cirie can claw it back. I don't think her game's gone yet, because she's very well liked. It's just a matter of time until this flip news starts to dilute its way across the house. Whether or not it goes through or not isn't really going to matter at this point. It's just that people are going to be offended that they weren't in on the know. However, we all know that Izzy talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and talks, and she's walking chaos. If Cirie's smart enough, she should be able to spin it around and pin the flip on Izzy. I know they're close allies, but to save your own ass in the game, sometimes you've got to throw your closest ally right under the bus. So we've talked about how Mimi and Corey and Jared, they're all kind of sick of the back and forth and not knowing what on earth is going to happen. Mimi and Corey talked about how they're very frustrated, and Corey said he does think that by the end of the week it is going to be Riley going home. I wouldn't have said that yesterday, but now I'm saying it today. Things could change again by tonight. We just don't know. This game is feeling very fluid right now, which I love. Nothing set in stone. Like, y'all remember 22, which they call All-Stars? I so fondly call it Flop Stars, because, man, that was not an All-Star season in my eyes. That was Cody's ready-made microwave alliance. Put it in, set timer for 11 weeks. Boop. Pull it out. There's Cody's win. Flop Stars, folks. And that was a tedious season to watch, because it was like, and then we've got this going on. We've got this little rebellion in this corner. Oh, wait, no, it's not happening anymore because Kevin's just ratted them out to everybody. Oh, okay, well, guess what? Kevin's crying. Kevin's crying about the fact that all of his allies are being sent home, yet he threw every single one of them under the bus so they couldn't go against Cody. I need therapy about that season. It's definitely pent up in there. I've got BB22 issues. Yes, we don't like seasons like that, folks. We like seasons where we're going, could this happen? Oh my god. This is different today. This could happen. Things are going to change tomorrow. This could happen. And that is what 25 is, which is why I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So I can see why Corey and Mimi are frustrated, but as viewers, it's fascinating to watch. Mimi's saying she's frustrated because she just wants the alliance to make a plan and stick to it, which I feel like is very, very valid. But the messiness is what us viewers live on when it comes to Big Brother. But I'd like to know what everybody else thinks as of the standings right now, because, again, things could go back and forth again. Who do you think's going to be going home on eviction night? Cameron or Riley? Let me know in the comment section below. Troubles are brewing in that house, and reality TV titan Cirie Fields ain't taking any of it. She is getting ready to give Hisam a speech. I don't know if this will be just if Hisam says the wrong thing to her, or if Cirie gets a chance to put him on the block, but she's saying, like, how dare you? Don't you dare come over here, She's saying this to Izzy, like, as if, like, this is what she's going to say to Hisam eventually. And she's saying, you don't get to, like, lay the law down. And Hisam did do that. He said, don't go make these handshake agreements. Don't go make all these alliances. And Hisam's out doing that himself. He views these people as just weak players who he can just walk all over and tell whatever the hell to do. And that's why he's rubbed so many people up the wrong way this week. He's came across as arrogant to so many people. And, some things that he's used, like integrity and social issues, he's used to weaponize his game, and that's annoyed a lot of people, especially viewers as well. And Cirie is right, don't go saying, don't do this, don't do that, I'm the dictator, you can't do this, and then he goes and does it himself. The rules apply to everyone, and when they don't apply to one person, that lies in chaos. And I really, really hope we get to see Cirie take out Hisam, because that would be a wonderful week. Izzy doesn't like Hisam at all. When Cirie was going through the speech saying, don't you dare do this, don't you dare. And then, like, Izzy was going, oh, talk dirty to me. Like, I thought that was so funny. And I saw, like, that got a lot of response on social media as well. Because Izzy doesn't like Hisam either. I would love a Cirie or Izzy HOH next week. That would be wonderful. Keep the power and rebuild the damage from this week. Rebuild the damage that has been built from this flip-flop, flip-flop. It's like watching a tennis game. You know, you're going, are we at Wimbledon? No, we're in the Big Brother house. Are we at the US Open? No, we're in the Big Brother house. I'm so glad to be back doing this. Honestly, I really am. Like, I'm just taking a moment right now because it's not often we get a season like this where we can talk about so many flips and all these different layers. Everything so recently in Big Brother years has been, it hasn't been fluid, you know. It's been but now we're getting fluidity and watching that tennis ball go back and forth, and it's absolutely wonderful. And I hope Cirie ends Hisam with that speech. Potential showmance on the cards. Jag is most certainly crushing on America. I'll eat my words about, well, I say I'll eat my words. I do think maybe he was into Riley a little bit over the first week or so, but then Cameron latched onto her like a barnacle onto an old crusty ship. Not saying Riley's an old crusty ship, but Cameron is indeed a barnacle. That is the most random sentence I have ever said in one of my Big Brother updates. But hey, this is a great season for firsts. So yes, I think Jag is certainly into America. Whether America is into him, only time will tell. Because I think Jag and America, both of them, are players that I do believe are going to be around for a while. So there's certainly chance for a little something to blossom. And I think it would look like a more nice showmance than a crusty barnacle on an old ship. Yeah, not a crusty old ship. We'll call it the crusty barnacle. Cameron is the crusty barnacle. What on earth am I saying right now? I don't like Cameron, is the moral of this story. But anyways, yeah, I much prefer Riley to Cameron. One of them's leaving though this week. So that barnacle is going to have to fall. That crusty barnacle, it has to be crusty, remember that. That crusty barnacle is going to have to fall off the ship. Because they're almost joint at the hip at this point. Joint at the ship. Wow, I feel so chaotic right now with all these updates. But yes, Jag and America, certainly one to watch. What do y'all think? Y'all getting flirty vibes between them, for those of you who've seen the feeds? Because I certainly am. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching and enjoying the Big Brother Wimbledon match of 2023, of watching that flip go that way, then that way, then that way. Oh, deuce, no, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. No, 15 love. But who's going to be the cause of that 15 love on tomorrow? Well, I was going to say Thursday night, but it's tomorrow night. It's officially Wednesday. If you're watching this on Wednesday, tomorrow night. Can't wait. Can't wait to find out. So excited. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below, folks. Who do you want to see evicted this week? Do you think it's been messy gameplay this week? What do you think makes sense? What's the logical move to do? And who would you like to become the new HOH after Cameron or Riley